become a professional in shame. Many times in my heart, because of what happened to me, I feel like I'm dangerous because of what I can go and do out into society and blame them for what they've done to me. I was robbed of a whole life. I'm now 65 years old, and this shit is still up here. It's very hard to deal with. To come to a forgiveness to these people. For me, it won't happen. My name is Cyril Xavier Pierre. I'm from the Katzie First Nation, which is located in Surrey, Pitt Meadows, Maple Ridge. The statements I am about to bring forth are kind of the lifestyle that I've lived through. We are now standing on the site of old St. Mary's Oblate School. This was the government's idea of taking the devil out of us. They called us savages, heathens. We were going to amount to nothing in our life if we didn't live by their system.
These things that happened to us as children could never be undone. You could never find that happiness as a child again. My name is Joseph Michael Ginger. My First Nations name is Hiya Krishna, which means lightning snake. I'm from Ho-Chuklasut, a group called the Nuu-chah-nulth tribes, which are a total of 14 tribes. Ho-Chuklasut happens to be one of them. I did a total of 12 years, and 8 years in Christie Indian Residential School and 4 years in Mission Indian Residential School. I graduated in 1967. My healing didn't start till like 4 years ago. To deal with that stuff that I hid, I buried with drugs, alcohol, you name it, anything I could find, over the counter, under the counter, on the street.
Not all generations of First Nations people that came here were destroyed. There are some elders that live by the Roman Catholic system with all of their heart and their mind, with the prayers that they've learned here. There were probably some good oblates and some good nuns that lived here. They come and then they still go to the grotto site annually on Easter to do prayers. They still come here and they have good feelings. I respect my elders' feelings that have that luck in being brought up. But I also want respect for them to know what happened to many of us in destruction. There was a man that was a prefect for the Roman Catholic Church, worked for the federal government. This man was a pedophile. He came to my bed many, many times and sexually molested me here in this school, on these trusted grounds. This man had put shame on my body, fear in my head, hatred, anger, loss of freedom in my heart and my spirit. This is supposed to be a Catholic system to prepare me for life when I leave. It did exactly the opposite. When I left these grounds in grade 12, I was completely filled with hate, anger, shame, fear, disgust. I could not even go home and be close to my mother anymore. I could not hold my sisters with the love that I was supposed to give them. At 14 years old, I started to become an alcoholic. For some 45, 47 years, I've been an alcoholic all of my life. I find it very, very hard to explain and do this presentation to, in particular, you young people. Just take it step by step as I go along with my life. Like the respects that my grandparents had, I didn't even get to know them, for one thing. The respects that they had for the land, the mountains, the water. I wished I had fully learned all of these things as a First Nation person. I kind of missed it. The abusers that we've had, him and I had two different men that sexually abused us. They're both still alive. One is now a priest. He used to be a brother. He had at least 40 victims of sexual abuse at the St. Mary's Mission School where we lived. He got 3 years, served 1, and then they let him go. So the destruction of my life still continues. I've become a professional. I've become a professional in hatred. I've become a professional in shame.
I don't think I would have been drawn to Christianity at all if I maintained the relationship with my elders. except for one nun, I would say that I remember having respect and compassion for who she cared for. And that was it out of the 12 years I was there. These presentations are a form of therapy for me, but I tell these stories so the youth of all cultures would be aware how Aboriginals of this country were treated. The thing that hurt the most about the residential school was the loneliness as a child. Sexual abuse happened to me when I started when I was in the first grade. Not by the same man, but it continued into the high school. You forget you are a child. You have a difficulty with your emotions and dealing with things, because as a child you don't seek help for your quote unquote problem destroyed by a human being. It's got no respect for anything or anybody, let alone what they called God's way. God's way. God's way.
My name is Zelda Williams, and I'm from Chehalis Band. My mother's from Musqueam, so I claim that I'm also a Musqueam people, and it's an honor. My Indian name is Ehwatia, and I'm one of the ECE teachers here, and I manage this preschool. It all started back in '97. Mission Indian Friendship Center had applied for this project through the government, and they won the project, and we needed to find a place to rent. They needed to find a place to rent. So the only space was available was here on this land. This is Crown land that we're on. So we utilized this space because just because of what it looked like. It was set up for daycare. We used this whole wing, yes. It used to be the boys' dormitory back when it was St. Mary's. With so many memories in St. Mary's Center here, which is now Pequelis. Pequelis means broken bluff. I think it's ironic that I'm here today at this site running a preschool for Aboriginal children. It's like freedom. We choose what we want to do, we choose how we want to run this program. And the children in the town of Mission, because it's an urban project, they don't really get that much culture. And that's our job, I truly believe, is to offer that culture to them. And I think that we're doing a great job giving it to them by having First Nations teachers in here. We have 3 First Nations teachers in this project, in the Aboriginal Head Start up here at St. Mary's Center, which is now Pequelis.
Within all of these mountains here where we're sitting is the foundation of the Katzie people, where we originated from many, many, many generations ago. The spirits give me strength to carry on the battle. Some elders held on to the very fine last piece of the rope in language, in cultures and traditions, how to survive with, say, smoked salmon, how to survive with deer meat. The ducks we see in this big giant pond, they survived on that, and that's a teaching in itself. There's still lots to learn, and we have a lot to teach. We just gotta get past the hurdle of the negative stuff and expose it and get rid of it so that our young people can have a better life. I love to come in here and get spiritual help for what I am trying to do for young people, to try and protect them from the bad lives that the First Nation people have suffered in Canada through Indian residential schools. I have received a song which I am now about to sing for my healing, the song for me and my spirit, to help all the survivors and the ones that we have lost. The mighty Spirit will always bring people strength when they are low in life. They must always believe that there is always one for every person on this earth, to go on fighting to be strong of mind, heart, and body. Always remember you are not alone in this process of battle. Be strong warriors at all times to fight for your families, your friends, and the ones that you have lost. Be strong. I want to teach them things that I never had. Love. It starts from nothing, and then it grows and grows like your heart. I thank Mother Earth for the beautiful day. I want to say good luck. Have a good life. Be somebody.